Well, hello everybody, Car Chronicles. You ready? Had a viewer ask me a question. I wanted to address it instead of just texting or typing the answer in Facebook. I wanted to address it because there are other people that have the same question. And of course, many of you have followed me for a long time know that I'm very straightforward and straight to the point. And so once again, the question is how do I get out of this? Meaning the narcissist relationship. The first thing I'm going to say is that to get out of a situation like that requires a decision. You have to make a decision. Just like when people want to lose weight, people decide to go to school, they make informed decisions. And anything that you do requires a decision. You have to make a decision in anything you do. Your career field, school, children, having children, not having children. But everything requires a decision. Now, keep in mind that the biggest thing that we always talk about is the fact that a narcissist will not take accountability for nothing. They will not take responsibility for anything. They're entitled, but they don't take responsibility or accountability for nothing. Anything bad that happens is always somebody else's fault. They never look at themselves like, I caused this or I was a part of that. Anything good that happens, they take full credit for it, but they don't take the good with the bad. So, having said that, that are in the helping field, those of you that work as a therapist, as a coach, social worker, whatever, when you're working with victims or those that are recovering from abuse in general, domestic violence, abuse, sexual abuse, narcissist abuse, you have to understand that sometimes those victims and those people that are recovering from or survivors of abuse are almost as vicious as the abuser themselves. And I know some of you guys, I can't believe you said that. Yes, some people that work in this field have to deal with the fallout of the situationship when the people are coming out of these situationships and they're defensive. And so a lot of times they end up hurting the helper. And having said that, the purpose for the videos are to provide you with education. It's to build your strength. It's to show you or talk to you in reference to the resources that are out there. And there's a possibility, not a possibility, but there is light at the end of the tunnel. You have survivors like myself and other coaches that are professionals, that are therapists, that have been through the same thing that you guys have been through. When I say same thing, I mean the narcissist abuse itself. However, the videos are created to let you know that there are resources and there is a way out and there is a possibility. But it depends on the decision that you make. And when you make that decision, understand you have to make a decision that's informed, an informed decision, which includes, if you have children by the narcissist, that you can't just jump up and leave the relationship and take your children because a narcissist can say that you kidnapped the children. Then we'll have a Amber Alert out there with your name and your vehicle because you're trying to escape. Go to part 2. Car Chronicles. How do I get out of this? Part 2. As I was saying, you have to make informed decisions, and it's all based on a decision. You have to make a decision that you're going to go. But when you make that decision, you just can't jump up and leave, especially if you have children by the narcissist, properties, there's legal entanglements. You need to get some help. You need to make sure you connect with an agency, you connect with someone that's going to document, meaning a domestic violence advocate, a domestic violence agency, because when you jump up and leave with those children without having good resources or making an informed decision, the narcissist can take you to court and say that you kidnapped the children. And if they take you to court to say you kidnapped children, the children can be taken away from you. And then we know that parental alienation can take place. Well, they will alienate you from your own children, the ones you love and you're trying to save. So the answer to that question is you have to make a decision. Everything you do is based on a decision. That's why I hate when people say I keep making the same mistake over and over again. No, you keep making the same decision over and over again. You have to override, logic has to override emotion. Because if you allow your emotions to override your logic or your wisdom or your experiences and things that you know, that's like cognitive dissonance where you're struggling with logic, wisdom, truth, facts, versus emotions. And if you continue to allow your emotions to override logic, to override your wisdom, to override truth, then what you're doing is you're dulling your alert system. And so your alert system is no longer fully functional because your emotions are overriding the alert system. And then that's that struggle, that cognitive dissonance struggle, where you're struggling between what I see, what is truth, what I know needs to happen, but my feelings are stronger than the truth that I see. So you'll come up with your own dysfunctional solution to a problem. I won't see him all the time. I'll just see him or her on the weekend. I won't have full conversations. I'll just keep it at a distance. With a narcissist, you can expect, oh my God, you can expect anything. You know, never underestimate a narcissist. Never underestimate a narcissist. But the bottom line is, to get out of the situation, you have to make a decision, an informed decision. Set up a team. You know, nowadays, when it comes to therapy, and I used to love working with like the community healthcare, because they have an entire team that assists. You have a medical doctor. If those are the people that are on that are diabetic, have a whole diabetic team. If you've had cancer, you have the oncologist and a team that works with you. And so likewise, when a person is trying to get out of a situationship with a narcissist, you need to have a team lined up, a therapist, a mentor, a advocate, legal professionals. You have to put this all in place when you plan your escape. Everything is